there's all these articles that came out about the misgendering of the school shooter, which is so
this is crazy.
Wild.
This is insane.
First of all, that person's dead. Okay, it doesn't matter if you call it a boy or a girl. That's a dead person who killed 3 children and 3 adults in a horrific way, went into a school and shot a bunch of people up. And it's a biological male. It's a biological male, which, by the way, is all shooters, all school shooters. Almost all shooters in general are biological males.
I thought that it was. Oh, okay. I thought he was a trans male. No,
I do not believe so. Okay. See, that's how confusing
it is. Confusing.
It's so confusing.
Well, and of course,
they're calling it a woman in all of the mainstream media now.
Okay.
And they have apologized for misgendering.
I see.
Some people have.
Okay.
Which must mean you're talking about a biological male.
Right.
Well, let's find that out. Let's be real clear, because I'm 99% sure, but I just want to be 100% sure.
But I think it's interesting. I mean, what's clear is that there was misgendering going on.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
It's look. I think this whole thing is nonsense.
Yeah.
I really do.
Right.
I think it's fucking nonsense. If
Yeah.
do you have a biological male with a penis who shot up a bunch of people? Then that's a man.
Boys have a penis. Girls have a vagina.
Thanks for the tip.
I don't give a fuck what their feeling is.
Right.
If an archaeologist found their body 5,000 years from now, they would say that's a skeleton of a male.
I have to say, I think I'm coming to the place where I think that gender itself is just not a thing, and that it's really there's just okay. So, police identified Audrey Hale.
Oh, it's a trans male.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why are they saying a woman? Why are they giving it a woman's name?
Well, so that was
it's a female
Yeah.
that took hormones. So it's so is this the first ever biological female?
I mean, first of all,
mass
this is
shooter?
crazy. Yeah, I mean, first of all, yeah, I mean, like biological women don't commit.
This is
very
crazy.
many, I mean, I think it's like
That
a
is-
tiny percentage of homicides.
I am so confused because I swore I read. I think everybody's confused on this.
Yeah.
So this is a biological female.
I'm even confused.
Are you confused?
I found an article that says it was born Aiden Hale,
Right.
but I don't.
That's why I'm confused.
No, my understanding is that she was a natal female that transitioned to become a trans male. And that he was then misgendered by the mainstream woke media as a woman.
Oh my God.
I mean, right. So
This is why. This is a perfect case study.
Aiden is the new name. Audrey was the original.
right.
name.
Oh, so when they called her Audrey, they were dead naming
I
her.
believe
Right.
That might be
Oh
correct.
my God. Oh my God. So
Yeah.
meanwhile, I thought I was right, and I was
Right.
dead wrong.
Right.
So this is the first ever school shooter that's a biological female.
I don't know. Is that true?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so, which is crazy. Which also speaks to the effect of testosterone.
Well, that was. Yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah.
speculating. I don't know. But
If
I mean,
this person was on testosterone.
Assuming he, because I don't want a dead name.
Well, you're not dead naming by saying he. You're misgendering.
Oh, right. No, I'm saying.
You
No,
don't even know-
no. I was saying.
You don't even know what you're doing. This is all nonsense.
I know it is.
You're saying
It
he.
is.
By saying he, you're not dead naming.
Right. By saying he, I'm
By saying
giving
Audrey,
him the name that he
Yeah.
wanted,
Aiden.
which was he wanted to be a he, even though he was a
boy,
biological
what
female.
mental
What a mess.
gymnastics
No,
we
for
have
sure.
to do for this craziness.
You made this. I think you had this. I think you were the first one that really said that drew attention to like that all the confusion around sex and gender was a symptom of civilizations in decline.
Yeah, well, it was. I got it from Douglas Murray.
Oh, Douglas Murray.
Yeah,
raised this.
Douglas Murray talked about this, that it seems like every civilization, when they're at the brink of collapse, becomes obsessed with gender. And he talked about ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and it just seems like a thing that people do when there's no real like physical conflict.
Right.
So people look for conflict. It doesn't exist. And they find conflict in standard norms. They find conflict in societal norms.
I did a thing with Peter Boghossian on wokeism as a religion, because I had read John McWhorter's book Woke Racism, which came out right around the time that San Francisco came out, and I just was like, and he argues that wokeism is a religion. He argues that like the obsession with race is a religion. So we just created this taxonomy. We just listed, climate change, race, trans, drugs, whatever, all these things. And then we created all these religious categories, and it was like really easy to fill it out. They all look like a religion. I called Abigail, and I was like, what is trans as a religion? Is trans a kind of religion? She was like, let me get back to you. A year later, she calls me and she goes, hey, I think I figured it out. And I was like, all right, what is it? She goes, the new gender is a soul for secular people. It's something that you can't see it. There's no physical basis to it. You have a sex, like you can, take off all your clothes and you don't even need to do that actually. Just like we know that like we can recognize someone's sex very quickly and easily actually. So then so it's a new soul. So for me, I think the secularization explains a lot because we know that people get a lot of psychological comfort out of believing that they have an afterlife, that they have a soul, that they go to heaven, or they get reincarnated, that their lives have purpose and meaning, and that they don't really die, and that we live on. We just know that provides a huge amount of psychological comfort. So there's always been this thinking that when you don't have that anymore, if you are taught to believe that at the end of your life you just become worm food and that's it, and you're dead. There's some people. My friend Steven Pinker is an atheist, and that's what he thinks, and he still believes, but he also has a kind of spirituality around reason and the Enlightenment. But I think all this stuff, it's sort of end of civilization, but it's also the end of belief in religion. These numbers here.
Patriotism decline,
religion, and then look at it, having children.
The having children one. Jordan Peterson sent me this thing that 50% of women that when they reach the age of 30 are not having kids. They don't have kids, and of those women, 50% will never have kids, and 90% will regret it. Which is we're in this very strange sort of existential crisis as a civilization that's not being recognized.